actually shook the system. We saw it. We have the record of all of that. The fear couldn't hold you. Their bullets couldn't hold you. Especially the people from northern Nigeria. You stood your ground, you made the statement, and your oppressors, they are not powerful than you. I mean, you can see that the level of panic and fear that you put in those who have all of the weapons in the world. In those first 1 week, 7 days, non-stop, shows to you that if everyone actually stood up, you will get what you want. Just like that. So you did very, very well, including those of you who stood from day one to this day. You deserve your own flowers. It is not your fault or problem anymore that the economic hardship in Nigeria that they said they should endure continues. Is no longer yours. I understand the fact that those who felt like you will never be able to do it, those who expected you never to achieve anything as well, well, they feel like vindicated, of course. But majority of them couldn't do what you did. Majority of them. I'm talking about people who are like there, like it is, like a video game. Go this way, just press this button. Oh, they should go this way or to go that way, and the rest of that. Majority of them couldn't face what you faced. And you could probably have really changed the lives of everyone if they joined you. So now you should have your flower, because it is not over. You see, those ones that expected you or tribalize your your struggle, those ones who criminalized your struggle, those who underplay or downplay your sufferings and hardship, those who called you enemies of Nigeria for the sake of these criminals, they will just have to live and continue to live in their fear. So you've done yours, and I wish you well. Here today, to those who actually, they stood to the last day in Kano, in Adamawa, in Lagos, Alausa, in Akure, Ondo, Ibadan, Oyo. I mean, Abuja as well. Everyone that kind of stood to this last minute, you could have disarmed those murderers, uniformed terrorists they sent after you. They are suffering too. See the irony? So they are not laughing at you. They are laughing at themselves. So today was your grand finale. You came, you saw, and you conquered. That's what you did. You conquered your fear. Those of you there were like those who have already you've conquered your fear. So others just have to be like you. For them to realize that conquering your fear takes away their power over you. So they would all have to go back and keep complaining about the hardship now. This country, Tinubu, do something now. Asiwaju, you do something now. You didn't stay behind your phones. You didn't stay behind the comment section and begin to kind of direct how it should be. You went out there. So I'm talking to you directly if you're watching my video. Just so you know that there are some of us who quite appreciate your courage. All right? Others who are probably going to tell you didn't these are people who won't even step outside. But they are part of those who are suffering from the consequences of all of this. So I'm speaking directly to you. And to the families of the people that lost their loved ones, I would have wished that justice would prevail and your people will not die in vain. But I'll be lying. And I'm not saying they die in vain. We'll be proud of them. It's unfortunate. Children. Over 50 children killed by these murderous rogues. Amnesty International said in the first 6 days, they confirmed that Tinubu's murderous regime killed 23 children. But it's pretty much like nothing. That's not even enough to enrich the already economically beaten people. It's unfortunate, isn't it? So I'll always give you your flower. And to every one of you, you can always walk and raise your head higher. You did what so many wanted to be done, but they do not have the enough courage to be part of it. That is my own verdict. So let's go to Nigeria, to where people actually came out for their last day, and then says the struggle continues.
كل شيء قدير إلهنا إن الأعداء يقعون في تلفي ويزعمون بأننا لست بالناس قد صدوا بابك بإبطال ما صنعوا قد صدوا بابك بإبطال ما صنعوا قد صدوا بابك بإبطال ما صنعوا وأنت يا رب كافي الكائف الغازي وكفى الله المؤمنين القتال كان الله قويا عزيزا اللهم اهل ما يفعل اللهم اهل ما يفعل ورده على
Asabar 10 ga watan 8 mutane sun fito suna alkunutu yayin da shugabanni suke musu mulkin zalunci, sun nemi a gyara musu ba a gyara ba. Wannan shine ummul aba'isun fitowar wannan
police da kuma sauran jami'an hukumar civil defense da DSS da road safety duka ba mu samu matsala da su ba ya excellence da sojoji Adamawa State wa su mun gode ma gwamna yan shi nan duka an kama an kulle da suna nan ne za a samu matsala. Sannan za mu so mai commending your excellence this officer deserve an award. Wada I want to commend the police. Bidiyon su ne kadai aka saka a page na Nigerian police force suna raba mana ruwa. To amma kare ka san mu kuma rawa ne ba mu goye gaskiya. In kai daidai za mu fara kai daidai, in ba kai daidai kuma za mu fara kai daidai. Your Excellency, akwai one of our fellow comrades mai suna comrade Shuaibu Ahmed Justice. Ya yi sharing posting wanda the posting has been going viral in northern Nigeria. Ana inviting mutane su fito su tsaya kan kwalta su taru su tafi wurare. Bari baka misali nashi ya ce Komarawa da 'yan Adamawa a fito a taru a wasu a kan hanya a tafi gidan Lamido a gaishe shi a bashi sabo, a tafi House of Assembly a gaishe da members of Assembly a ba su sabo, a zo nan wurin mai girma gwamna a bashi sabo. Posting din da ya yi sharing on the 26th of August 2024. Da yake mobilizing mutane a fito a peaceful protesters a Yola South. Wasu stakeholders suka gaya suka ce bai kamata ya yi ba, though with respect to wala mu kira suna ba. Okay, 26 July, sorry. Sun kuma da kawuwa. Suka kira shi kare ya yi domin zai forest bara mu kira suna mutum ba nan jihar shi ne yana kusa da shugaban kasa, kada ya yi zai ba shi kunya. Su shi kira guragu da sauran mutane a fita a yi zanga-zanga. Ya ce shi yana da yanci ɗan jam'iyyarsu, amma duk da lokacin zaɓe ya ce shi a idansa da tunaninsa da conviction na da zai zaɓi masu ba, ya zaɓi su excellence. Aka sake ce shi ya zo ya zaɓi Lagos, ya ce a Lagos ya yi nisa, daga Yola zai taka zuwa Jada, ya zaɓi Jada a shugaban ƙasa ko ban kima mai mutu. Daga lokacin suka fara frustrating nashi.
Colleagues, members of the security forces, gentlemen of the press, I want to start on behalf of His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Adamawa State, Right Honorable Ahmadu Umaru Fintiri, who has authorized that I should be here to receive you. I want to start by thanking God for the gift of today, that we are alive, that we are healthy, that we have participated in this protest up to this moment, despite a few challenges, is the grace of God. for which we should all be grateful. I want to thank our youth most sincerely for being sensitive to the needs of the masses of this country.
Nigeria. It is more treasonous than holding a Russian flag. Russian flag has nothing to do with Nigeria. But you see, IMF, they have destroyed this country for us. They have made us extremely poor people. All the way from the 1970s, coming to this very day, IMF remains our biggest problem. And Tinubu is a slave to IMF. And we are saying now that we reject all IMF policy, the removal of subsidy, the removal of electric fuel subsidy, the removal of electric subsidy, the removal of the implementation of student loans in Nigeria. We reject it, and we are calling for student grants. We reject all IMF policies in Nigeria.
Say we dey for stadium on God day. Yeah, that's from you see the first part of the video. Those were the protesters, Kano residents, conducting Al-Qunut today. That's how they closed their own protest. Al-Qunut, evil is now in the land. And this evil is so huge that we can only beseech Allah to help us take away this evil. So then you have the part of protesters at Lausa, protesters at stadium in Abuja. All that happened today, including that part of the protesters who went to the Adamawa State Government House and were received by one of the government officials there on behalf of the governor. I don't know if that's deputy governor, I can't remember. But before we go to the other part of what happened today, how it went, especially in Alausa and a few other places, right? I heard that, I want to use the right word, right? Good. You know, they said that the visa ban on Nigerians will be lifted on the 1st of October or in October. Right. Recently, they said, no. I think it was the Emirates that said they will resume flights to Nigeria from the 1st of October. But UAE will lift the visa ban before then. Now, there is this, sort of message I received, which says that the UAE government, they are conducting an exercise for overstayers. You get what I mean? Like, if you have overstayed your visa in UAE from September 1st or so, they're going to start a special exercise that you can get an extension. But you can't make all of that submission without being qualified. So they believe that Nigerians may miss out on this. So I'm just putting it out there. And I believe a lot of people are already putting it out there as we speak too. So why am I saying that is, if any of you who knows that there is still something that needed to be said or done for Tifnumbu and his gang to please, intervene enough that they are your visa. I'm talking to those who are already there, families, who have been in UAE for more than, like for years. They're working there. That visa ban affected them, affected their jobs, affected families. So they are there and they shouldn't be watching other nationals in UAE benefit from something that makes them legal. For no fault of theirs, the diplomatic role between UAE and Nigeria cost these Nigerians in UAE their livelihoods. So majority couldn't really go back and say they want to renew their work visas or anything because they've already been banned. So I'm just putting it out there that this is something good because a lot of Nigerians in UAE right now officially have overstayed their visas. They can't go on and even apply for any extension because one, they are banned from doing so. Anyway, let's go back to Nigeria quickly. Back to the grand finale of those who came out today to give a full sort of closure. Say full closure. They said 10 days. Right. On the 10th day, what happened? This is
Utako Ultra-Modern Market. Today being the 10th day of August 2024, as the people come out in mass to demonstrate and to protest for bad governance in our dear country, Nigeria. Since the first day of August, people have been calling on the federal government of Nigeria to adjust to the predicament and the situation going on in Nigeria regards to hardship and hunger. The cost of living is becoming unbearable to the common citizens of our dear country, Nigeria. So today, they are out in the street again to protest and to demonstrate the level of hunger and bad governance in our dear nation. Join us as we continue to ask this federal government of Nigeria, the leadership in the person of Mr. President, His Excellency Asiwaju Ahmed Tinubu, to do the needful. They are currently going on in front of the
So we dey fear?
No, we not dey fear. We not dey fear.
You see, we will say this clearly. No matter how you choose to address your oppressors, whether you choose to do it via comedy skits, or you choose to do it as a journalist, or you choose to put your boot on ground, they will still come for you. You speak, you die. You don't speak, you die. We are chosen to speak
and die. Yes.
Comrades, the president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, said he has addressed the protesters. Did he address any of our demands?
No.
Did he bring back subsidy?
No.
Did he reduce the pay for politicians?
No.
Is Nigeria better?
No.
Are we hungry?
Yes.
Are we hungry?
Yes.
Can you afford food?
No.
Can you afford food?
No.
I want to sound this warning that nobody No man born of a woman can tell us in a democracy that we cannot protest. Yes. Protest is our fundamental right.
Yes.
Guaranteed by the Nigerian Constitution.
Yes.
And we will protest whenever we want to protest.
Yes.
The people who are in power today, they went into power on the back of protest.
Yes.
How dare you shut the door on others? Yes. How dare you shut the door on others? Yes. What we want to do today is to march to our state house because it's our house.
Yes.
Our ancestors built that house.
Yes.
Many of us are indigenous of Lagos.
Yes.
You cannot tell us that we should not have access to the politicians.
Yes.
Everybody is suffering.
Yes.
The police is suffering.
Yes.
The military are suffering.
Yeah, they are.
Yesterday I saw a report that 430,000 Nigerians in 7 months they don't jump out from up for this country.
Half
a million. Do you know something? Japa is another form of protest.
Yes.
So when you see your citizen leaving your country, it's a vote of no confidence on our leaders.
Yes.
Do you have confidence in Tinubu?
No.
Do you have confidence in Tinubu?
No.
How we are saying we are very peaceful. And we also mourn the over 40 people that have died across the country. They were not violent. All they were demanding for is a better life. And they were brutally murdered. And we will sound this warning that one day a day of judgment is coming.
Yes.
A day of judgment.
People's
is coming.
judgment. Yes.
We will never forget anybody who has died.
Yes.
For liberation in this country.
Yes.
We will never forget anybody who has died. And one day their day of judgment is coming. Comrades, please let us not be intimidated. Let us stand our ground. That's why we are here. This is the beginning of this protest. This is not the final day.
Yes.
It has just started.
Yes.
As long as bad governance continues in Nigeria,
we will continue to protest. Yes.
Are you going to get tired?
No.
Are you going to get tired?
No.
So as you go back home, you talk to your neighbor. Talk to people around you and tell them that this is the only way. There's no other way. If you do on social media, you do church. Government no send you.
Yes.
Until you put your boots on ground.
Yes.
They do social media. They even get their own boys when they put on social media.
Yes.
When you talk one, they talk five. So this is the only thing. In all of my life living in Lagos, I've never seen police assemble like this before.
At all.
I've never seen police, but just for peaceful protesters.
Yes.
Just for peaceful protesters. One house. We are not tired. What are we saying?
We are not tired.
What are we saying?
We are not tired.
What are we saying? We are not tired. Has the protest ended?
No.
Has the protest ended?
No.
Will you come out again and again and again?
Yes.
Japa is another means of protests. Word on Mabu. Japa means the Nigerians that have a vote have a vote of no confidence in Nigeria. That's so true. It's so true. Everyone is crying now. Others are bold enough to cry outside and call out those responsible. While others, at the same time, they are crying quietly, putting up a face that they are okay. Yeah, they are sacrificing, all because of this man's ambition. I'm going to take you back to 2.5 years ago, so that a lot of you can actually remember why Tinubu wanted to be your president. It's a refresher. Èmi ló kàn.
Eléyìí tó jókòó lẹ́yìn mi dàpọ̀. Ó tún délẹ̀ nísìnyí o. A ṣe o. láti ìgbà tá a ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ lórí AD, AC, ACN, agbedori APC, oògùn ẹ̀fọ́rí. Eléyìí tó jókòó lẹ́yìn mi Dàpọ̀ ṣó wàá lè sọ pé òun lè di ìdádì gómìnà tí ó bá ṣe mí.
With the president, we
ó tún délẹ̀ nísìnyí o.